Hi, Chase. Dr. Bortolotti here. I got your lit review and it was very well done. I'll be sending that back to you. But also, I'm going to be sending you this file. And what this file contains is the outline that I want you to use for the argument essay. And I'm going to go through this with you. If we had more time in class, if we met on campus for 16 weeks, we would be taking our time developing something like this. But since we are kind of on a time crunch and we've got to get to this argument essay, I took it upon myself to create an outline for you. You are by no means married to this outline, but I want to walk you through this to see if any of this will work. The first thing I want you to notice is that I've developed the outline down to Roman numeral 3B, and you will do the same thing. All of your A's will state opposition stance, and all of your B's will be the rebuttal stance. The green, the B, is you. This is you. This is your opposition. And later on, when we develop this into paragraphs, this will be a paragraph, and this will be a paragraph. Okay? So notice the colors. Keep the colors red, blue, green. Keep this color coding because that's going to be important with the next step after this outline. So what I've done here is I've created the outline for you. I've named it correctly with your last name up here in the top blue, the bar, argue essay. And I put today's date on this, but this date's going to change. This date's going to change depending on our due date. Okay, so notice this is in single space. Later on, we come up with a groovy essay title, and the outline begins with your original yes or no question. So I put that here, and now it's going to be up to you to decide what your stance is going to be. The thesis, your thesis, is your side of the question. This is a yes or no question, so you only have two sides. Teachers should be or teachers should not be issued guns in the classroom. So whatever you decide, you just get rid of the other one. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, none of this down below, as far as the A's and B's concerned, will change. This, you have to use this A and this B. These, your subtopics, 1, 2, and 3, I found that it's easiest for students to state their subtopics in the form of yes or no questions, just like you did up here. So you take your main question and you break it down into 3 sub points of discussion and put it in question form. So these are just examples. I found a really good source for you. Let me see if I can. Okay, I found a pretty good source for you that gives both pros and cons of this argument. Now, I'm not saying that this is quotable, citable information. I think you should just use this as a source that you've consulted, but it does give you both pros and cons of your topic. So that's where I got these things here, and I'll be sending you this this file in your email. Okay, so watch for that. Anyway. So I've got, yes, your first question, will issuing guns to teachers make the schools safer? What does your opposition side say? What does your side say? Number 2, will issuing guns to teachers be economically feasible? What does your opposition say? What do you say? Will issuing guns to teachers cause liability issues? Opposition and your side. Some of these will work. I mean, this clearly, I think, is going to be one that you should use. These other two, I don't know what I'm talking about, so I just put these in here for examples. You can certainly use them if they do make sense, but I have not done the research on this topic, so I'll leave that up to you. But this just gives you an example of what you could be looking for. Okay, and notice they will be in red. Your opposition is in blue. Your rebuttal is in green. As we come down the file, I've already done the page headers for you. This page will be where your essay will begin. We'll talk more about that next week. And this is what your works cited page is going to look like. I took these sources off of your lit review. I put them in alphabetical order as the MLA wants us to do. And so that's what I've done for you. And right now, this is a work in progress. If any of these sources you don't use in your essay, I wouldn't get rid of it off of this page. I would take it off of this page and I'd put it on a Works Consulted page. I think you probably have been exposed to this. Anyway, a Works Consulted page is just simply a list of sources that you've looked at and read but did not cite or quote. That's what this source should probably be. It should probably be put on a Works Consulted page. Okay, so like I said, this page is a work in progress. Eventually, you have to have 4 sources. You have to have at least one opposition source. And some of these might be opposition sources here. I'm not sure. But anyway, this page then could change. It depends on if you add more sources or if you delete any sources. So for right now, what I want you to do for next week is concentrate on developing your outline. Okay? And of course, if you have any questions, get back to me if there's anything. One thing I did want to ask you is this. Since Canvas is new to both you and me, are you getting the stuff that I'm returning to you through Canvas? I'm submitting stuff through Canvas, and I'm assuming you're getting it. Let me know if you have not received anything. All right, Chase, so far so good. Keep it up and get back to me if you need anything. Okay, bye-bye.